It was very early on. The next point you were starting about engagement.
Yeah, it was after you had talked about how the benefits of acting in person and the benefits of that, and then I caught a little bit after that. So
I was talking about, so if y'all see me freezing or something weird happening, just raise your hand or do something, because otherwise, because I may not be able to hear you say it. Okay.
Could you see us, Kat?
Yep, I saw you all just fine.
Oh, okay.
And then all of a sudden it just poof. So
is your phone close to you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll text you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So what I was saying is that, on a webinar, it presents a really, really unique challenge with presentation and being engaging. So you all have been in classes before where in person, the person is just fine. They're engaging, they're asking questions, they're relating to the audience. But then when they get on the webinar, they might be like, what has been your experience? Tell me I don't want to tell you what your experience, but what has been your experiences with that?
So when I do webinars, I don't expect it to be like my class. I know that it's going to be different, but I do it differently so that just like if you was on a Periscope and you say, give me a what if, or I ask questions to make them engage in a different way. Mm-hmm. But I do make sure that I'm just not a talking head, that they have ideas. I even give like brief questions where I ask a question and they get to type out their answers, and I pick out some of the answers at random to talk about what I'm seeing, like somebody said and such said, and then I'll talk on that for a moment so that they feel like they're a part of it. But it's never like a real class. Otherwise, we would never get through the full content.
Right. So you bring up a really good point, Valencia, because in a webinar, you have, even though in a instructor-led class, you have a specific time frame that you have to stay in. In a webinar, it's even more important that you stay within your time frame.
Yeah.
And it can be a little difficult to do if you're not really, really focused on delivering your content in a disciplined way. But if you're not disciplined, you can get totally off track. And if you are answering questions in the chat, if you are trying to engage people, it's easy to get off track. So what happens a lot of time is that people focus on delivering the content because people have paid for the content, right? So they focus on the content, and the engagement part kind of falls by the wayside. So some of the solutions to that, one solution is getting a producer on your webinar. So I do that sometimes for people where I go on and I'm actually the person in the background who answers the initial chat questions. Okay, I'm basically the field person. So that allows the facilitator to keep delivering the content without getting off track. Okay, the other job that I do as the producer is I keep time, because it's hard sometimes for the facilitator to keep time. They're talking and they're passionate about their topic and things like that. So it's sometimes challenging for them to stay disciplined and stay on topic. So what I do is I help them to keep time, because they cannot run over. They cannot. I mean, I've been on webinars, you guys, where it was supposed to be 2 hours and it was 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It was 4 hours. No, I'm dead serious. Okay. But you stay on it because, well, for one thing, I was reviewing the class. But the other thing is that you stay on it because you want the content. You want the content, right? So you don't want to
What's wrong?
Where?
I see another box.
Where?
It's Jen.
Hey, Jen. Welcome. So does everybody know everybody? We'll talk. Well, I'm going to introduce everybody. I'm going to introduce everybody.
Go ahead and eat when y'all ready.
In a little bit. But yeah, so we're talking about Jen is on a Jen is a pastor, and so she has another class that she does at the same time, so she's muted. So anyway, so I was talking about so you can seriously get off topic if there are technical issues. Anything can happen. So what happens is, Valencia, you're right. Not only is it a different kind of format, but the person can be so focused on making sure that they get out the content and get through any technical glitches that they totally forget about engagement. So if that's you and you're not really quite experienced with doing webinars, or you're not really sure, get a producer. And it needs to be somebody that you train to be a producer. Okay. So
that I've never done before, but it sounds really interesting.
No, a producer will save your life. Seriously.
So the producer is engaging with my audience. As my audience talks, they're talking back to the audience?
Yes, but your producer is only answering basic questions. So people say, is there going to be a break soon? Your producer can say, in 10 minutes, there will be an official break. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Okay. So that you can continue delivering your content. And then your producer will say, Valencia, you have a question from...
Okay, yeah. I have done that before.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly. But they're going to keep you on task.
Okay. Hello.
The president. Put yourself on you're so crazy.
Look, let me turn mine off.
How do I put y'all on mute? Oh, I see it.
Okay. All right. So now let's keep on with the whole webinar thing and engagement, right? So there are lots of things that you can do to engage your audience. Whether you have a producer or you don't have a producer, that's totally up to you. But you want to make sure that, just keep in mind that you have to turn it up a bit on a webinar. Okay? So
Energy-wise.
Turn it up what did you say, Brandy?
As far as energy?
Energy. Energy. That's exactly right. Because of the way that it translates on screen, you have to turn it up just a little bit, because people don't get the benefit of all the body language and stuff that they get in an instructor-led format. So remember, we talked about the difference between instructor-led, webinar, self-paced, right? They don't get the benefit of that. So you have to make sure that your voice is a little bit elevated, your affect is a little bit elevated, your energy is higher, that you really are engaged yourself. Okay? Because I've been on webinars where the person facilitating doesn't even seem all that engaged.
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying, Valencia? They're flipping through papers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're distracted by all the pretty lights. They got, oh, so-and-so accidentally raised their hand, or this, and they're all over the place. And what you do is you start losing people. You start losing people, and they start checking the time and what time's for dinner and not when's this thing over. That's what happens, right? So if you don't have a producer, you really have to make sure that you are completely engaged and focused. You don't have distractions. There aren't people all in the room, all that kind of stuff. Now let's talk about activities and things that you can do. Now, Periscope is a really, really awesome way to get practice with webinars, because it's a very similar format, right, Valencia? We were just talking about the very, very similar format, in the sense that you are talking sort of blindly to an audience that you don't see for the most part, right? Unless you turn on cameras and things like that. But most people, even if they can turn on a camera, they won't turn on a camera. So you'll have some people who have on the camera, and then you have other people who don't. So then you have oh yeah, I was comparing with Periscope. So you have the chat, or people can chat, or you can turn off the chat. You know, the same thing. You can do the same thing with webinars. So asking questions of your audience is one way to engage them, just like you do on Periscope. Now, I know Valencia scope, I know Lynette scopes, I know Jennifer scopes every day, Ayana and Brandy. So Ayana, I haven't seen you scoping. Are you scoping, Ayana?
Yeah, I scoped today, and last month I scoped every day. I was doing a challenge, 31 days of disruption challenge.
Look at you! Yay!
Wow! Wow! Okay, we need to make sure we're following her. Now I am.
I know, right?
I'm following you, but I didn't get a notification. I'm not getting any notifications.
Really?
What's your
It's Yaya's place.
Yeah, I've seen you. I've seen you on in other people's scopes.
Yeah, I'm always on other people's scopes too, and I talk. I be talking.
I need to make sure because I'm not getting your notification.
Yeah, Valencia, I think we follow each other too.
Okay, and Brandy, what about you? I know I saw you doing the hair. You did the hair, the makeover.
I did. I scoped this afternoon actually.
Oh, okay.
I am not a long drawn out one too.
What's your name on Periscope?
Brandy Lucas, Main Maintenance, MANE, Main Maintenance.
Brandy Lucas.
I did not get a notification.
My notifications have been weird too.
Okay.
So are y'all on more than one device when you go on Periscope?
No.
I'm not personally. I'm already trying to stay focused.
No. You can stay. No. So when you go on one device and you have another one, where's my other one?
What is it?
Then I get on that one and I send out notifications on the other one. So I invite people to my own scope. I get on my own scope, invite my followers.
Oh,
Yeah. It makes sure that your people know
actually get it.
Periscope.
Okay. What is it? Yaya's Place?
Yeah, YAYASPLACE.
I'm gonna go back and make sure I watch you all's replays today.
I know. I want to see them.
But
I scoped about a few minutes before we got on here, so.
oh, did you?
I did.
Okay, I need to go back and check. And I have me some avocados. I just need some. Can I use strawberries for that? I know I'm all off topic. Can I use strawberries for that recipe instead of raspberries?
Sure can.
Okay,
Sure can.
I have raspberries. I have avocado.
Yeah, you have two.
That was amazing.
Of the same.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
Yeah,
Girl, I'm making that.
it's a long story. But the one that,
Get rid of them.
Which
oh,
one?
yeah, they won't let me get rid of the one that has the most followers is the
Okay.
Okay, I just followed you.
one. Okay, cool. I'm gonna follow you.
Okay, great.
Wait a minute. I got to get Brandy.
Okay.
It'll come up with Brandy Lucas.
I have to make sure my notifications are right because I'm not getting any. And now that I have my new Apple device, I don't know if y'all saw my scope today, but
I caught the replay.
It's a lot of Brandy Lucases, Brandy.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
It's
were you cracking up, Lynette?
Not the one with the booty picture. It's the yellow skirt.
Black Moms.
It says
The main, I got it. It's 500.
Yeah, yellow
Lynette,
skirt.
am I following you, Lynette?
I'm not sure. Maybe not. You got it. It's Natural Bell 75. I'm following you.
Wait a minute.
Maybe I'm not spelling Brandy right.
BRANDYLUCAS.
LUACS. Oh,
LUCAS.
yeah.
Okay, so while we're doing
Yeah, I'm
that,
already following you.
why doesn't everybody kind of say what their class, what they're working on? At least what the topic is for your class. Brandy, you want to start off?
Oh, okay.
Lynette, I think I'm following somebody else that's not you.
I think I'm following everybody.
So,
Oh my God.
Okay, go ahead, Brandy.
my class, I'm not completely squared away on the name, but what the class is going to teach is beauty professionals. So I'm a salon owner, hairstylist, and I am going to teach, the name Kat gave me that I like a lot is Beauty Confidential, Secrets to Being a Successful Stylist. So that is the premise for it, and I'm going to be teaching about branding yourself, finding a niche. Let me look at my notes. Branding yourself, finding your niche, what success is to you, and I think I might omit the other one, Kat, just depends on how it goes.
Okay, no problem.
It's for beauty professionals, about just finding your way in this business.
Okay, and how is everything going for you so far in the class? What have you learned? What have you taken away? How are things going?
Everything is going well. Like I talked to you earlier, I just had a lot of projects I was working on at one time, so I was a little bit slower than I should have been, but I have a very good grasp on what I'm trying to pull out material-wise. So it's just a matter of me, getting it into my PowerPoint presentation, but I've designed it, and, I'm on the right page. I just have to now laser focus in.
Excellent. Okay. Ayana, you want to go next?
I can. Hi guys.
Hi.
So I actually have a webinar already. I already established it. I already taught it. So I'm repurposing my webinar into an e-course, on-demand, self-paced e-course. And I was thinking about breaking it down to 4 courses, but I actually thought of a new way I want to group it. But basically, I'm a personal development coach, and I teach creative young professionals how to take risks, take action, and find the next steps.
Woo!
Yeah.
That was sharp. I need to do mine.
I loved it.
I've been practicing.
I like that.
Thank you. So I'm thinking about how I want to break down each course. So the one I'm working on now is Live Courageously. So that's the take risk part. And so I'm breaking it up into, the courses. And it's interesting because I already had some activities and things we did before, and it was live. So now I'm thinking about how to repurpose it so that it's engaging and it's it's engaging for self-paced learners, basically, so that people can, send me their homework or give me a call when they're ready at a certain point. So I'm thinking about it like a roadmap. And so when they get to this stage, then they would call or, or answer this question or whatever. Where I am with it now, I also have to do videos and all kind of stuff. So where I am with it now, it's good. I have a great idea around how I want to tell this story or teach this class. So I have 3 sections. The first part is the story, then it's the study, and then it's the practice. So the story is my personal story, how I overcame that thing. And then the study is what lessons I learned and what I'm teaching. And then the practice is the educational part to it. So that's how I'm breaking it down.
Yeah, excellent. So Ayana, she's really come a long way with her course. It's coming along so nicely. And just like she was saying that, we talked about, because she's at the engagement piece in her course, okay? So she's at the place where she's including pieces that were going to really, really pull in her audience. So we talked about giving them, even though it's self-paced, giving them things that they have to turn into her along the way. Maybe even setting up to where it's like a journal, something like that. It's kind of like an online journal. And don't forget, you guys, about the monetization piece. If, she can sell journals. She can sell her own journal. and just let them do like an online piece where they email her, but they're keeping their own personal journal. But she can have a beautifully branded journal just for this course that they can purchase from her.
That was amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I like that.
So what she just talked about was something that we had discussed in terms of, even though it is self-paced, we want to make sure that we're engaging our folks some kind of way. So if you use a platform, even if you don't use a Kajabi or a Teachable or one of these other formats, and let's just say that you are just, emailing people, you're using the most basic format. To me, it doesn't matter really, as long as you are engaging your people. Okay, so something they can send to you, but you have to also make sure that it's scalable. So you have to make sure that you don't get overwhelmed with people who are sending you things.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so you can set parameters with when people send you things. You can let people know that I read everything, blah blah blah. I may not respond to everyone, but you can take a conglomerate of what people send you, and you can go back and do a Q&A. You can do a Q&A conference call. You can post, questions and answers from that week, if you can't connect with everybody. But something like a Q&A lets people know that you are engaged and you are reading what they send, even though you may not respond individually. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Very much. So that's one way to kind of get around that. Okay, so you can also set up your forums. A lot of people have their private Facebook groups, things like that. That's another way to engage your people in a self-paced environment. So they'll set up a self-paced course, but then there is a Facebook forum that they can be a part of. So here's the challenge for you, right? The challenge is putting items in that Facebook group that are really going to continue to engage your learners and keep them thinking, right? Because now they've got to go between the online platform that you choose and back to Facebook in order to get the information, right? So the same way you all had to do, right? So you can log into the class portal and you can get the lessons and you can listen to the audios and things like that. But then you have to go into the Facebook group, right, to get other information. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Right? So but the Facebook group is a great way to engage people, build your tribe and your group, and really engage with people. Just make sure that you are engaging with them, that you're answering questions, that you're posing questions, that you're putting things in, so that people feel like they have a reason to go there.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what you want to do there. So the main thing is now when that template that is posted in the classroom portal that talks about learning objectives, right? And then the skill sets, then the tasks that you want them to do in order to accomplish that skill set, and then the activities around those tasks. Okay, so I wanted to talk about that briefly. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because we talked last week a lot about chunking information and organizing your information. So and if you need to review that, it's still in the class portal. But there's a template in there that I really encourage you all to use that will help you to organize first of all, they're going to help you organize your modules. Secondly, they're going to help you to come up with those activities that you're going to use in your webinar or online self-paced courses. So once you get to the task that you want people to do in order to accomplish the skill set that you are teaching them, You're going to pick one or two of those tasks and create an activity around it. So when you are doing your webinar, you want to give people an opportunity to practice what you're teaching them. Okay? That's one of the biggest things I see people leaving out on a webinar. Now you can do it in an instructor-led format all day long. They'll have activities and they'll break people in groups and they'll do all kind of fun things, but they won't do activities, okay, that people can do on a webinar.
Can you give some, oh, there you go.
Yes.
I'm like, examples, please.
Glad you asked. Okay, so for example, that template or any template that you recommend to them, fill out the first 2 sections with them. Give them a sample scenario to fill out in that template. Okay, just say, just come up with a business, or even more so, know your roster, know who's in your class. That's where your systems come into play, because if you have a roster, then you know what businesses are in your classroom, right? And you know their experience. So you can say, Lynette can say, I know, Sabrina is a mom from Texas, and did Lynette just leave? Oh, Lord.
She's still there. She just walked away for a second.
Oh, okay. She can say, Sabrina is a mom from Texas, and she really wants to know how to really organize her meal plans for the week. Okay. So let's just say, for example, you have a template for that, Lynette. Okay.
I'm here. I just got back on.
Okay. You didn't hear?
I didn't hear anything. I got kicked off and I just got back on.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So the question is, how can you engage people in a webinar? What are some ways you can do that? For example, if you have a template, you can fill out the first part of it with your class. Give them a scenario. So let's just say you're teaching someone, you want to teach them the template of how to lay out their meals for the week. So you can say something like, Sabrina is a mom from Texas, and she really wants to lay out her meals. I have a great template for you that will help walk you through step by step. I'm going to pull that up, and let's walk through a scenario together. Okay? You can call on people, because in a webinar, you will see the roster. You'll see the list of people who are in your classroom, and you can say, Valencio, what kind of foods does your family eat? So asking them questions in a way that they don't know who you're going to call on automatically engages people, because they don't want to be embarrassed if you call on them. Okay? So you don't have to say things like, you don't have to say, okay, now I'm going to call on you, so make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're paying. Don't do that. Okay? Yeah, don't do that, because then you're going to get on your people's nerves. But if you just, you don't have to announce it, just do it. Okay. You don't have to announce it, just do it, right? And if your person doesn't get it, maybe they weren't paying attention, don't embarrass them. Okay? Don't ever be like, oh, you weren't paying attention. They might be like, no, because it's boring. It has happened. I'm telling y'all, it has happened. Y'all think it has happened. Okay? Okay? And then you're embarrassed. Because you don't know these people. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know how they're going to respond in a public format.
Right.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Oh my God.
And call me out, I'll call you out.
You just don't know. You just don't know. Okay?
I would die.
Okay. So don't. Y'all, I'm telling you, you'd be surprised. So don't embarrass them. Just basically, hey, no problem, no problem. We'll get you next go round. You know, okay, so we're gonna move on to Jennifer. Now let's fill out this template together, because that's not important. It's not, you know, I always say it's not your learners, it's not their job to be engaged with you. It's your job to engage them. Okay? So if they're not engaged, don't blame them. Think about how you need to adjust in order to get them to be engaged with you, to compel them to want to be engaged with you. Okay? So that's one example. You can fill out a template with them. All right? You can go around, you can ask questions, you can ask them one by one. All right? You can ask them their experiences. You can give them a survey prior to the class, and then you can go over those survey questions in the class. Okay? That lets people know that you didn't just ask them to do it because you didn't have anything else better to do. Okay? You can give a pre-assessment and a post-assessment.
Yeah.
If people know that there's going to be a post-assessment, they tend to want to engage more because they want to move a needle from before they went to your webinar to after. So if there's a way for you to show them a quick success in your classroom, like they were able to figure out their niche and they were able to narrow it down and blah, 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 right? So Brandy, you can give them an example. You can walk through an example. And it's always great to use real people examples, even if it's not a real person, a real persona. So you can say, you know what I'm saying? So you can say, you know, Lynette lives in Arizona and it's hot and it's sticky and she has no idea how to, you know, do her hair in a way for that kind of hot, dry kind of climate, right? And you can focus on how to deal with dry scalp because that's your niche. If that's your niche, you see what I'm saying? Use a real persona to really engage your audience. Okay? Yes. Like it's better than just saying, than just telling them. Tell a story with it. Tell a story, give a scenario. Those are ways to really pull people in. And the more you know about your audience, the more you can engage them. That's why it's so important to know who's in your classroom. And if you have a whole lot of people in your classroom, just get a profile of who's in your classroom so that you can really speak to them, you know, speak with them and not speaking at them. Right?
So will that something that would be done when they actually register for the webinar? We can have something that'll get, you know, pertinent information.
Yes. Just like when some of you all signed up to talk with me or signed up to be in the class, it said, what is your class about? What do you want? What do you hope to get out of this? What would you like to do? I think I had like 5 questions on there, something like that you had to answer before you got into the classroom. And that, you know, so let's just say you have, you know, 50 people. You have 100 people in there, right? So this will give you a nice profile of why people are in there so that you can speak to that while you are in your engaging them in your webinar. You can do the same thing with your self-paced course, okay? So just because it's self-paced doesn't mean there's no engagement. So you can always, surprise people. That's a great way to engage people. Surprise them. Don't be so predictable, whether it's on your webinars or your self-paced courses. Pop in, right? So what do I mean by pop in? That means you can pop in with a video. So if you're on Kajabi or Teachable or any of those formats, give them something they're not expecting. Hey, listen, I know you guys are working on, you know, overcoming fear. I wanted to remind you, or I wanted to give you a tip, or I wanted to do this. That's a great way to engage them. Just surprise them. Okay? Pick up the phone and call somebody. or, send them an email or something like that, right? You have to do it all the time, but just throw things out there and surprise them.
Okay.
Okay. So polls is another thing, polling. So some webinar formats allow you to do polling right in the classroom, which is an awesome way to engage people. I love polls, right? So polls allow you to, on the spot, ask people questions. Let me take a poll. In fact, let me take a poll right now. All right, there's only 6 of us here, so I'll take an informal poll. If there was a membership group that you could be a part of after this class to support you year round, would that be with your courses and building your courses out? Would that be something you'd be interested in?
Yes.
Yes, Brandy?
Yes.
Okay. Lynette?
Uh-oh. Frozen.
Yeah.
Either that or she's like, what?
Yes.
Well, she is really shocked, right?
Right.
Oh, there she is.
Okay, you're back. You're back. Okay, did you hear the poll question?
I would say yes.
Okay. Okay, is that yes for all of you guys? What
Yes.
do you think, Melissa?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Okay,
We
so
need you,
What
Valencia.
is the membership? Okay, what does the membership group consist of? How much does it cost? And what would I be getting?
So you guys, as part of my first boot camp, I haven't decided yet how you all will be in it, but I'm thinking that I'm just going to put you guys in as my beta group at no cost.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
Brandy say yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
I like the support part of it, though, being that this is my first, the idea of having the continued support by this being my first time out the gate, and everybody else has the experience.
Right.
So are we kind of bouncing off each other? Like, I have this course and I'm going to do this, and we can kind of support each other?
Yes, there will be a private group where you can support each other, and there will be a membership levels where, for example, on the and it's for 1 year. It's a 1 year cycle, and you will get self-paced support on one level where it's all the video. You have access to all the videos. You have access to all templates. You have an ongoing, like it's continually added to. It's going to be a library of support. Okay, so it'll be a library on different topics that you can just kind of go to and say, now, what did she say about learning objectives? Or I need a template for, mind mapping, or I need this, or I need that. So it'll be like a library, okay, that you can do for self-paced. Okay. That's one level. The next level would be like a do it with me level, like what we're doing now, which is you have access to a student portal, but we're also doing it together, right? So that's the do it with me level. All right. So it'll be where you can get on conference calls, private periscopes, you can send questions, so it's not completely self-paced, it's the kind of do it with me level, right? And then there will be the do it for me level, where I will do the complete course for you. Now that is going to be the highest level, and of course, that's going to be the priciest for most people. Yeah. Okay. So, but that's what it is. That's what it is. But that will be the highest level. So there will be a self-paced level, a do it with me level, and a do it for me level. Just like, you know what, child, I ain't got time, do it. And when it's done for you, that will include your branding. That will include your so you'll have like a couple of treatments to look at to see which ones you like. It will also include your webinar, your instructor-led format, and your self-paced format. All of your facilitator guide, participant guides, everything that you will need, your activities will be laid out for you. Everything will be done. So that's the do it for me level. What y'all think?
I like
Sounds
it.
good.
Yeah? Okay.
So
I'm thinking about just putting you guys in it, beta, if you want to be in it. That way I can get feedback from you all. And then it allows me to still stay in touch with you and connect with you and help you along the way as you're still working on things, you know? So it would definitely help me, and I think I can definitely continue to support you beyond the class. So
Great idea.
Okay, so stay tuned for that coming up. I'll let you guys know more about that before the class is over. See, I did an impromptu poll. See?
That was great.
Yeah.
All right. So
I like the different level.
Kat, can I call this number and be on? Is it the same number?
you mean can you call on the phone? No, but we're getting ready to wrap up though. We're getting ready to wrap up.
Okay.
We're getting ready to wrap up. So I've thrown a lot of things out there, and hopefully it's gotten you guys some, gotten your juices flowing about what you can do, to engage your people. And I would just say, be creative. If you want to do something like Lynette, all of a sudden tell people to go in their refrigerator and come back and write down the 10 vegetables and fruits they have in their refrigerator, and they got 2 minutes to do it, and then come back,
People would get into that, though.
That's what I'm saying. People would get into it. They'd be like, oh my God, wait. Then come back and then just start throwing stuff out. What do you have? And what do you have? And what do you have? Put it in the chat. I want to see. So, just really get people, give them something to do. People want something to do during your webinar, right? Which is why I love webinars. They're a lot of fun, right? So, and then, like I said, surprise your people on the self-paced courses. Pop in, give them a video they weren't expecting, send them emails they're not expecting, pick up the phone and call them, do your conference calls. Just make sure you're doing something other than just, here's the link, go to this class, you're on your own. Now, if that's what people are paying for, fine. Okay, that's okay. If that's what people are expecting, that's okay, right? I want you guys to stand out a little bit, right? I want you all to be different, because when I say it on my scopes, I really mean it. The competition is stiff out there. It is really stiff. People are paying for these classes to get done. People, how do I know? Because my phone is ringing. People don't have time for this. You got people who want to build it themselves, who want to learn it, great. But a lot of people don't want to do that. They just want to say, just go on and do it, right? So you're competing against people who are having their courses professionally built for them, so you want to make sure that yours is on point. And that's what I'm here to do, is to help you, is to make sure that when you put yours out the gate, yours can stand up to anybody's out there. And engagement is one of the key differentiators that's going to set you apart from the rest of these folks who either don't know how to do it, they're not good at it, or they don't do it at all. They just don't do it. They just run through their content. Okay, I did it. Okay, you got what you paid for. Nah, are they going to come back? I always say, y'all already know what I say. They'll come to your class once.
Yeah.
I've been on webinars where the people told me that we were not going to talk because they were taping this because they wanted to be able to use it later.
Yes.
Yep. For real.
That happened.
And they did not engage with us. They just talked. It was just a talking head. It was almost like we were not on a call.
That's right. Now, how did that make you feel? I mean, are you going to go back? Are you going to, and did you have to pay for the pleasure of doing that? Did you have to pay for that?
Yeah.
See? People will come once. People are not going to put up with that. They're not going to put up with that because it's not really for, you know, and as educators, we are educators. That's what we're doing. We're teaching people, you know, I know, everybody has a business and I know everybody's like money first, money first, money first. But really, if you take care of your people, the money will take care of itself. Take care of your people first.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a perfect case in point. So any thoughts or ideas? Did this spark any ideas or things that you guys could do?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on this week, right? So all of you all are in different places in your journeys with creating your courses. Go ahead, if you haven't already, get on my calendar for next week. Next week is our last one-on-one session, but I want to make sure you all are in the right place. And we're going to start talking about repurposing your content next week. Okay? We're going to talk about repurposing your content for no matter what format you're working in, whether it's webinar, instructor-led, you want to take it to an academy. I'm going to break down. I'm going to show you guys the Kajabi that that your student portal is in. I'm going to break it down so you can see the features for yourself and see what you can look at. And Ayana, I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you if you would be willing to share your screen with us next week so that they can see the teachable format.
Sure. I don't mind.
And so as you all are thinking about how you want to position your academies, you can kind of see now Kajabi and Teachable are two of the most popular formats, but there's also Rizuko. And if you all want to see a little comparison chart that I put together, you can go to bit.ly/online platform comparison. Online platform comparison. And I have a infographic. Infographics are awesome too, you guys. Infographics
I love
really
infographics.
awesome.
You can use Fiverr too to make an infographic. They have people who can design infographics for you on Fiverr. It'll be $5.
Yes, $5.
Do you have somebody that you usually use?
No. I just know they do it, but
okay.
you can email them first. They don't get paid until you're satisfied with what they produce. That's part of the Fiverr policy. But you can email them first and kind of tell them what you want, and you go back and forth, and then they do. I have used Fiverr before, but not for infographics. I just know they do it.
Okay. I'm going to show you guys a site that I go to, a site that I use. Hang on, let's see. Okay, I'll show you this real quick before we get off. Share screen. Okay. All right. Can you all see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
So you can sign up here for free, and I've been in it so long I can't remember. I can't remember what you don't get if you have a free one. I don't know, but you get a lot with this, so you can sign up for free and see. But this is the one that I like to use. I like Venngage because it has a lot of different, and they're just focused on infographics. So I just did this one for you guys. Okay. So if you all can see that, this is the online course platform comparison. So you can do a lot with it. So I just did a quick comparison with the top 3 online course platforms, so you can see what they have, what they don't offer.
Will there be one for webinar platforms?
I'll do one. I'll do one for you this week.
I appreciate it.
No problem. I actually already have some information about that, but I'll put it together in a easy to see format.
Okay.
Yep.
And
No
Bit
problem.
what is the address again?
Say it again now.
What's the address to see the?
Online platform comparison. Online platform comparison. Bit.ly.
/.
And as a matter of fact, I think I can put this for you guys in the let me make a note to put it in the Facebook. Can I put this on the Facebook? Can I post it there?
I think you can. There should be a place for documents.
Yeah.
Okay, on Facebook. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can put this in Facebook. Online. Okay, there are other
a JPEG or a PDF. All right.
Okay, yeah. So I also have here links to the pricing, so that you can, get an idea of the pricing, and then I give you my take on the pros and cons of each one.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Then I tell you it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one you choose if you don't have a course to put it into, or if your course is poorly built. Okay, so yeah, so whichever one you choose is great. I love Kajabi, so we'll get into that next week when we're talking about repurposing. But infographics are awesome, and I like Venngage. A lot of people haven't heard of Venngage. So you don't have to worry about a whole lot of people having your
same
right.
Yeah.
And
I like everybody. I was gonna say you can see a lot of you can tell when somebody uses Canva because everybody uses Canva. You know what I mean?
I know. It has that Canva look, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, on this one they have posters. You can do posters. You can do all kind of promotional. You can, it still has where you can do your social media reports.
Nice.
And let's see, different kinds. So yeah, they have a lot. So I really like them. You can customize all of that. So it's pretty cool.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Of course.
I love infographics.
Yes.
I'm going to learn to love them.
Okay, so before we go, any other questions, comments, thoughts?
One question I had, Kat, in regards to having the producer kind of field the questions, would that be someone who's just logged into the webinar and they're actually corresponding through the chat?
Well, yeah. So you're going to give them, depending on how the system is, how your platform is set up, you're going to give them administrative rights, right, in your platform.
Okay. I wondered, was it
and
through,
yeah, they will be logged in just like everybody else is logged in, except you're going to have, would that be beneficial? Maybe I'll put together a producer like trainer piece so that you know first of all, what to look for in a producer.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody, Pookie them, no. Pookie them ain't good. Don't let Pookie them mess you up, okay? Okay. So
okay, yes, that will be.
Yeah, you want somebody who is comfortable on the platform that you choose, and is you're going to have to teach them how to answer certain questions, and you got so I can put together a producer training. Would that be beneficial?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll put that together.
Everybody got homework.
Everybody got homework.
You mentioned that you could also act as a producer as well?
Say it again now.
I said, did you mention that you could also act as a producer?
Yes, I do that for people. I do that for people. So I'll sit in the background and deal with your trolls. You know, people will troll you even though they pay
Yes,
for your
they
class. Yeah, deal with your trolls, kick them out if need be. That way you never have to deal with that, you know? You know. Is Lynette stuck again? She's stuck on that pretty smile. Look at there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there she goes. She's back. Yeah. So yeah, for sure. So I will put together a y'all done gave me all kind of homework. Okay. My goodness.
We're coming down to the end. Everybody got to get it in.
Okay. Everybody got to get a little. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Any other questions?
No,
Oh, okay.
great.
Everybody good? Jen, we didn't get around to you.
Good.
And your
Lynette, can I have your Periscope?
Say it again now.
It's
I was
natural.
Okay.
Natural Bell 75, all one word.
I think I'm fine.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Got it?
I'm sorry. Okay.
Just follow.
Does everybody know that I have switched my Periscope handle?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Okay. So
So do I need to find you, or is it still the same account?
it is KD Course Builder. KD Course Builder is my new handle. And so when you guys get on, if you happen to get on, if you all can share when you get on, I would really appreciate that until people get used to seeing me at a new handle. Probably going to take me a while to get folks over, but you know.
Make sure you put with the diamonds that you use. 'Cause I used to pay attention to yours. You use the diamond emoticon emojis.
Oh, okay. So I need to do that on the new one too.
Yeah, because I would look at like, oh, even though some other people use it too, but it makes my brain trigger like, oh, is that cat? You know, so.
Okay, got it.
But you got some cool ones in here too, the money bags and the books.
Yeah.
Because you're giving courses.
Yeah. So maybe
Add a star with that.
Okay, I'll see if I have room for the diamonds because that I like that because that plays along with the whole Rock Your Courses thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I likes it.
All right, for branding.
I know that's right. Okay, so I got diamonds.
Don't forget to watch our scopes too, Kat.
I'm going back. I'm definitely going to watch your scopes tonight because I don't want it to expire. You guys are on Catch Me, right?
I'm not.
Yeah,
I am. Yes.
I gotta get mine.
To record the scopes. There's so many layers to this.
I know, it's a lot of layers.
My Twitter somehow got unattached to my Periscope, so I can't tweet any of my scopes. So the way Catch works, it has to be connected, so I have to do some other stuff. They sent me a whole little thing about it. So no, mine's not connected as of yet.
Okay, that's okay. We'll get it together. I know it's so much to do.
I was like one of the first people on Periscope when it first started. That's why I have 2 accounts, and I was switching stuff, and they were figuring it out, and I was figuring it out. So
you were able to actually get somebody on there to talk?
No, I didn't scope. I just was watching other people's scope. And so I had an account, but I never used it. And then I changed my Twitter name, but it somehow got disassociated with
Catch Me?
With Periscope. And
with Periscope, period?
Yeah, Twitter and my Periscope don't connect. And with Catch Me, it connects through your Twitter. So the fact that my Periscope is not with my Twitter, Catch Me won't catch my broadcast.
Got you. Yeah.
Okay,
so listen, you guys. Once you get your courses done, I am going to be doing something along the lines of a promote your course type scope.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Y'all like that?
Awesome.
Yes, we do. I like it enough for everybody.
She's like, do that.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing like a promote your course. where you can come on and talk about your course, what they're going to get out of it, how much it is, but it's going to be all about your courses. People can come in, and if they have a class, they can promote it. But you guys, y'all know y'all will be special at the top of the list, you know.
Oh, that's awesome. We appreciate you, Kat.
Oh yeah. So listen out for more about Promote Your Course.
All right.
Will do.
Yes.
As well as the group, right?
As well as the membership group. Yes. Yep. More to come real soon on that. All right, ladies. Y'all are rocking it. Rocking these courses. So y'all have an awesome rest of your week. Email me with any questions along the way. I look forward to seeing what you guys have for next week. We have one more one-on-one sessions. We have one more conference call next week. And then I will let you guys know how we're going to put you in the membership group so y'all can be my beta testers.
Kat, I'm on your schedule for this Friday for this week's call.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, awesome.
Nice meeting everybody.
All right, everybody have a great night.
Good
You
night.
too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.